Hello, everybody. It's Luis again, your holographic anatomy specialist. And in this second video of the series, we're going to go into the headset. We're going to talk about more in detail how to put this on, some of the main buttons that we need to know. Um, where they're located, how to use them correctly so that you get what you need from the device. So the first thing I'm going to go into is the headset. We talked a little bit about it in our first video, but this time we're going to go into how to put this on. So again, the external headpiece is right here. It has an extra battery so your device lasts longer. So I'll adjust this dial according to your head size. If you have a big head like me, you're going to move it to the left and then, max all the way. Once you have this on, or once you have this kind of loosened, you're gonna put your face mold here, right? And then this part of the brow pad will kind of sit on your cheekbones, and your nose will kind of fit right here. Once you have that on, you'll put this down, and then you'll adjust your head strap. You want to make sure when you have your headset, it's going to be level like this on your head. I don't want to see devices like this or like that. It just doesn't help with the quality of what you're seeing. So making sure that your device is level, it's comfortable, and it's snug on your head. Not too tight, but nice and snug. Also making sure you have the correct device, very important. Trust me, it happens sometimes. Um, Making sure it's clean before you put it on so that the images are clear. We talked about this piece right here for exporting images or videos, but making sure it's connected and that the device power is healthy. So your power button is going to be right here. We already talked about the IPD button. This is what you adjust, and you'll see a number as you scroll it according to the measurement you get from the application, right? So the first thing you do when you get your device is you can tap once. If you tap once, you can get two numbers: the power of the headset itself, the computer, and the power of the external battery pack. So if you press once and then you press against and hold, you'll get that meta emblem. That meta emblem is it turning on the computer. So usually, when you get into your lab, you want to maybe you could just give it a quick press to check where it's at, and then you give it a press and hold until you get that infinity or that meta sign. If you're not getting that infinity or meta sign, it is not turning on. So keep that in mind. Very important. So now let's go ahead and adjust this for us, and let's put this on our head. All right. With that being said, we do a hands-free mode in lab, no controllers. They are in your car, so if you do choose to use them, just know the school will not provide you with extra batteries. And the hands mode is way easier to use than a controller, in my opinion, but that just depends on you. So I'm going to show you some of the main functions, main moves that help you navigate in your space. When you put it on, you might have a empty screen. You can see right now I have some applications open. So if you have an empty screen, fine. If not, you might get this navigator view. Some of you might have the previous navigator. That's fine. I'm going to show you some of the key things to look for depending on what kind of navigator you have. But the main thing is accessing, and if you hover over specific apps, it'll give you the name of what it does. So it's very important just to take your time and test out some of the different applications that we have that are going to be helpful to your learning. So you saw me do that movement. This is the most important movement you can learn here. At least for lab, right? So you'll put your palm kind of facing like this, right? And you're gonna pinch your thumb and index. You want to make that pinching pretty quickly. If you hold it, all it will do is it'll reset your view. So try not to hold it too long. It's just a nice pinch. You really want to exaggerate and, more importantly, have this hand in your device's kind of field of view. You don't want to have it down here. We don't want to have it down here. See, I'm tapping, right? Sometimes it'll get it, but if you can do it right in front of it and really show that you're pinching, it'll set up your menu and it'll let you resume your apps. So this is the most important function here. You saw me moving my hands. As you move your hands in front of you, kind of in this kind of L shape, right? These will be your controllers, quote unquote. You'll aim with these laser pointers, and that dot there is like your indicator. So you can aim here, hover it, and it'll give you the name of what it does. This here, quick controls, library are two of the most important applications for you. It'll take you to either the settings for your boundaries, battery life, so forth, and the library will take you to your HoloAnatomy application, your settings, and your helpful tips application, which we will go into at another video. So that being said, I'm putting my hands out in front of me, moving it to the quick controls, and then pinch. And that's how you select something, kind of like you would with your mouse. You're pinching. Here, the quick controls will give you everything you need to know for the most part. The boundary is the most important thing we'll be using for our lab. The settings is something you can adjust for maybe a better settings for contrast or for your viewing experience. And then our Wi-Fi, making sure it's connected and seeing that our battery life is healthy right there. So let's go to our applications, and into our library we can find the main apps. This is going to be what you'll mainly be using. If you go to this here, this allows you to access some of the other applications we have. And as you can see here, you can see I'm tapping, right? It does take some time to get used to. If you don't want to tap from a distance, you can move your hand and you can almost push through the application and it'll pop up for you. So that's something else to keep in mind. If you don't want to be pressing from a distance, you can also just get up to the application or the screen and then press that as well. But here you can see this allows us to view some of the other applications. Like I said, settings, HoloAnatomy are the main ones, but we do have the menu here that we need to locate so we can select some of our hidden applications like our gallery, our browser, and our files for kind of our photos that we take. So you can also, it's very important to know where to find the menu on the applications app, right? So very important that you can locate that. So for the most part, that's all we'll be doing in this video. The one thing I want to introduce you to is that tips application, because when we get in here for orientation, and I hope that you'll be able to come in during some of our office hours early on, is showing you how to use the tips application. The tips application is very helpful for our new learners. It helps you use some of the hands-free techniques that we talked about earlier. So let me try to access that. There we go. Hidden, helpful, help, and tips. And this app here will show you how to adjust your headset, how to move in this space. So I recommend the adjust headset fit, find your way, and hands as controllers. Those three tutorials are very helpful for our new learners. I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll be seeing you very soon. Bye, everybody.